Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Hello and welcome to Miguel and Holly Uncensored. It is our off-air podcast that we do 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You can please leave a review. It's greatly appreciated on Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to the podcast. We'd appreciate it. Share the podcast because people are going on vacation. People are looking for things to listen to while they're traveling. So say, hey, I want you to be a part of the Platypus Posse and have them listen to Miguel and Holly Uncensored.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we should do like a little Facebook post about our podcast as we get into holiday season, because I just saw that Glennon Doyle did that they got like a new photo shoot for her We Can Do Hard Things podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Abby Wambach and her sister, they did like a new promo photo and they were like, here's our new pic, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, make sure you're following our podcast so you never ever miss an episode. And I mean, I don't ever listen to any podcast, I'll be honest. But if I did, it'd be that one, because I have listened to that one on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, man, we should do that so that people realize, because we got a lot of new fan members joining the Instagram community.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I will work on it. And the other thing is, how do you promote, I guess not promote, how do you explain the podcast to somebody brand new? Because obviously I know us, I know our chemistry, we talk about our lives, but what is like the best way to describe to somebody new to listen in to people that they don't even really know, to be quite honest?
Mm-hmm. I think it would be like a behind the scenes, uncensored version of our lives, pop culture, and things that we find fascinating.
Stuff that we can't talk about on our radio show.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to know us better.
Right.
Not that like we're great. I don't know. That's where I come into a weird time where I'm like, I'm not trying to say I'm super entertaining, but like, I think that we do have interesting things to talk about as far as, you know, stuff that can't go on the radio show. And Miguel's right. I think a look at pop culture and current events, current affairs, things like that.
Okay. Noted.
Did someone ask and you were like, how do I describe it?
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it to somebody that doesn't know us. Like, they know me, but I'm like, this isn't my podcast. I'm part of their podcast and we have great conversations. But what more do I say to entice them to listen? Sometimes we're really funny people sometimes and we have a good time. Like, listen.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I have a hard time with. I'm like, well, you should listen because I'm sometimes funny.
Right. Like, I don't know.
I sometimes say
me.
humorous things.
Right.
I'll make you laugh sometimes. And if I don't, one of them two will. So
Right.
you should check it out. Yeah, I don't know. And also prepare to be potentially offended.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I don't know if I
We're
say
not
that, but it is.
offensive.
I think that we can have sometimes some hot takes on issues that people, but I feel like it's not controversial. It's just that, we think differently about things, which is wonderful. And it should be that way.
For the most part, we do a pretty good job of not tearing down. Like, it's more like, here's why I'm passionate about what I'm passionate about. Not here's why my person or idea or theory that I'm opposed to is an idiot.
Right.
Like, we're not that. So I don't know. You're right. It's hard to answer the question.
Mm-hmm. How was everyone's weekend?
Good. Busy, I think.
What
we didn't really have a solid plan going into this weekend, which always means that it's going to be a little bit wonky because we're kind of fly by the seat of our pants. We had both girls. Saturday was, honestly, I don't remember. I don't really remember. But like, we were getting my I guess I'll call her my bonus daughter. She and her mom were going to the Tampa Bay Lightning game for the very first time ever, and she's a big Lightning fan. Watches the games. I think it's because like their side of the family, which isn't, they know someone that gets tickets or something. Like, they know someone that's connected to the Lightning. So like, she's a big fan. So she actually got to go, and she doesn't get to go out and do like big events like that often. So I was like, we were all excited for her, pumped her up. Maya made her some like a friendship bracelet with the colors. So we were doing all that. And then so she did that. And then there was like a birthday party to go to for Maya on Sunday. And the one thing that I mentioned during the show today is that my fiance and I, Finally got new phones.
It was
This had
time.
been 7 months in the making because my phone
Bless.
screen, like the reverse phone screen, the one that you don't take selfies with, not the front facing phone, the other one,
Mm-hmm.
cracked like 7 months ago, and it's just been a piece of garbage since then. So finally got new phones, felt so fancy, was doing my little do with my new
You got
phone.
the pink one.
Yes, I got pink, and I got a little cute pink pop socket because I have to.
Yes.
I don't even know how you people hold your phones without one.
Mm.
I will drop it.
And you
I will
didn't get the
simply
bigger
drop
version,
it.
which is good, honestly.
I didn't.
I'm exhausted with this.
That's it looks too big to me.
I-
looks like I have little hands.
No, I need to have a big one. I need to see.
I sometimes just put reading glasses on at night when I'm trying to navigate.
Oh,
I do. Wait
you
till
got some
hit,
readers.
wait till you hit 40, Miguel. I do have readers.
Ooh.
When I gotta get up close, like especially at night, I'm like, what is going on here? And then I just put them on. Like you have, like when you're 40, you start making this face where you're
that's
like,
what-
this would be better if it was a little bit clearer.
I saw one of my best friends from college was saying last night. He's here visiting because of work, and so we got to hang out last night. And he was saying how he needs to go get his LASIK checked up on because it's been about 15 years. Because he's like, now I'll be sitting in meetings and he's doing the like nose down. And he's like
Yes.
pulling it close and away just to focus
Yes.
in on it.
Oh,
I'm telling you,
no.
because I had LASIK about 15 years ago, and allegedly they don't tell you this when you have it, but after 10 years, they don't really guarantee any results or anything anymore because your eyes change. And
Right.
so after 10 years, you might start needing, because when I had horrible far I was very nearsighted, couldn't see far.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I got the LASIK, I noticed immediately that I suddenly had a bit of the reverse problem. I could see perfectly crystal clear far away, but like real up close, I was like, oh, that's too close. I can't see. I can't see.
Mhm.
But who needs to read like super in your face up close? So I'm like, no big deal. It's fine. I got it in 2009, the surgery or the procedure. And then like your friend, I would say it was about 2 years ago that I started noticing, and it was like I don't even know. I was just reading my phone, and then I realized if I had like, I don't know why I needed, my mom, maybe I had her readers on, and I was like, oh my God, this is a lot clearer
Oh,
when I have these readers on. And then I ignored it for a while because I was like, I'm not paying any mind to that
I don't
mess.
want it.
And so now though, especially when I was reading like this, we have that giant book that helps you through Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and I also have like all the guides up on my phone. So for the better part of the year, we were playing that all the time at night, and I have to get my glasses on to read it, and then I look up and I don't need them, but then I look back down and I do need them. And it really did happen about when I turned 40. So Miguel,
It's coming.
got that to look forward to.
Yeah,
That's the same thing happened to my fiance too.
Mm.
Like he wears them more often than not now because bitch can't see.
Yeah, I
Can
mean
you get
that's
surgery again.
I think you can. You can. However, I think if your eyes were really bad, they don't recommend doing another surgery. And
Mm.
mine were very bad.
Damn.
Like they were rough prescription.
Did it hurt?
No, it was weird. It freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah, I bet.
And like that evening and into the next day, my eyes kind of just felt like a little bit dry and a little bit gritty, but it was immediate. I mean, I'm talking when I got out of the chair at that doctor's office, I could see. It was mind blowing what they do.
I almost did it.
It would I loved it. And I know like every now and then there's people that have like horrific side effects, I guess. I read that online recently, but like it's so successful so much amount of the time that I don't regret my decision to get it done at all. I loved having LASIK, but now like I said, kind of need those readers.
Mm.
Yeah.
I tried getting that endorsement, and the doctor was so anal. And like for those who don't understand, when you work with certain clients, sometimes they want to meet the people that they want to endorse their products.
Yeah.
And so I was like, of course, like, yeah, let's get to know him, get to talk to him a little bit. But he wanted like songs in his spots, or he wanted a jingle, or he wanted me to like make it up. And I'm like, I'm not a
That should have
lyricist.
been the salesperson's job. To
Right.
manage
Setting
their
the
expectations.
expectations. Yeah,
Like I could rap. And so I made my own little rap, and I thought it was good, and he still didn't like it.
What?
And I have such like a bad taste from that experience, and I'm like, what the?
Wait, how did you rap about LASIK?
Oh my god, I could find it.
Where is it? Can you send it to me? We need to
I
play
need to hear this because I also did it for an endorsement. Okay. By the way, I did not pay for my LASIK. I got it done in Panama City as an endorsement. And they were great. All I did was like show up at their clinic. I think I did maybe 3 or 4 of these little like, when they have a meet and greet at a doctor's office where you can go and get like a little drink or an appetizer and answer questions. I did a few of those and I got free LASIK. But like, you wrote a rap.
I found it.
Where can you send it to me? I can play it.
I don't have the audio, but I definitely have the lyrics.
Oh wait.
This is maybe even better.
Hold on. Let me see if I can copyright free beat. Can you do it to any beat or does it have to be a specific beat?
It was, I did do it with a specific, like, I don't care. I could do it. No. Oh, that was
I just want it a cappella. I think the music
has to be a hip hop.
Okay. You can go ahead and do acapella then. And wait, what's the name of the doctor?
We shouldn't be giving out free promo.
Oh, true.
No,
Bleep that person.
no. Why would they said no to you? We say no to them.
Period. I'm Kelbin Live, and I'm here to make it clear. Get rid of those glasses, because if you can't see, clearly you need LASIK surgery. You know the best in the game, blank, 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 is their name. Performed over 50K procedures, reviews will make you a believer. You'll go back to work the very next day. See better than yesterday. Your vision ain't 20/20. Don't worry about the money. Mention Hits 97.3 to get $500 off that LASIK surgery. Visit their site. Call them up unless you want another rap song. Please don't make me do another rap song. Let's wrap this up and fix that vision. Go to and see in high definition.
I love that.
I love that.
Yes.
I'm sorry. What kind of crazy LASIK doctor does not want that after they asked for one?
And then I wrapped it up the end really well too. I was like, all right, so maybe a Grammy isn't the foreseeable future for me, but seeing the family over at blah 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 should be for you. No excuses. Blah blah. Whatever.
Like,
it's fine.
if you ask for something like that and then that gets delivered to you, you are a fool. But you know what? So many advertisers, unfortunately, are fools. And I would never single anybody out because like, it's like that thing where it's like, I don't go into a doctor's office and maybe the doctor's office is not a good idea. Like me, I don't go into a carpet factory and be like, hey, let me tell you a little bit about making carpets. No, I trust that they know how to make carpets.
Right.
A good portion of radio advertisers will come and be like, let me tell you, I'm going to do the commercial and here's how it should sound because that's what I think. And I'm like, why would you do that? We know our business better than you do. Like we understand how radio advertising works, but they're like, nope, I know what's going to work. And then inevitably when it doesn't work, they're like, radio doesn't work.
Right. 100%.
It's very frustrating. So that sounds like one of those.
There are like so many different horror stories I've had through the years. Like I remember years and years ago in Panama City, I endorsed, remember this, Holly, like this new men's clothing store that was coming. So I had these like,
I do remember this,
epic commercials. I mean, these were like, you know, that, like they'll play it before like the, like for the creation story where it's like dun 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 dun. Like I had that and I was like, something new and life-changing is coming to Panama City Beach, Florida.
Yes.
And then they had their grand opening. I was so embarrassed. They were like, somebody texted me and they were like, so I just went to this store you've been talking about for weeks and they like their clothes are marked up really high, and I think they're like from Family Dollar. Like that's like they're that quality. And I was like, well, no, let me, and because they hadn't opened, so I didn't have a chance to like sample the store before I endorsed it.
Yeah.
And so when I went, I was so embarrassed.
No.
So embarrassed. And here's the thing, like when we do endorsements, like we are putting our word behind this business. That's why you are paying us, because we have a relationship with you, the audience, to talk about products. And so for me to just be like for 2 weeks the biggest thing that's ever hit Panama City Beach. I was like, I'm so
It was a
embarrassed.
lesson. It was a lesson.
That's why I'm like, if
Unfortunately.
places like that aren't open and we don't know and I can't really talk about it, I'm like, let's
they
wait till
have-
after the fact.
And to be fair, the FCC, I think the FCC, somebody has put new endorsement guidelines in place
Right.
where you really have to utilize or sample or be familiar with the product. You
Right.
can't just, whatever it is. I don't
Right.
know. I was going to say, and so it feels like Panama City was where a lot of these infractions happened. First, it was like over a decade ago. So the
Mhm.
rules were different. But also nobody cared in Panama City. It's like
Right.
Market 240. Nobody cared.
Mhm.
And that's reminded me, I should not have been doing this many spots. I was basically like a second production director in Panama City. And I was doing all of the female read scripts, which is confusing because you would think I was endorsing them as the morning show talent
Right.
Mhm.
or midday talent. No, it was just me on these commercials. And the most notable one that I will never forget is Moby Dicks and Jaws.
Yeah, yes. Oh my gosh. I wish
I
those
think we
were
talked about
online
this before.
somewhere.
Do we have do you think we have them somewhere in, because we got all those you've got them, those
Cassettes.
no
Bitch.
It's cute.
No, the external hard
the
drive.
external hard drives.
Mhm.
I just feel like maybe somewhere in some external hard drive is like a Moby Dicks and Jaws spot where they kept, I think I've said this story before, so please, I'm so sorry if I'm telling it again, but like they kept being like, I would do it and sound like crazy, and then they'd be like, no, it needs to be crazier. And I did it like 5 times, and I
Oh.
sounded like a maniac by the end.
Yes.
And then they're like, that's it.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
That one. And I mean, to their credit, I guess, it was memorable. Because it was just me shrieking.
Do you think you could still pull it out? Do you think you could still do that that high voice?
Yes, but you don't understand. Like, it would sound crazy now, but I don't think I could get it to the pitch that it was back then.
I need to hear it.
But it was like, wait, I'm gonna hold the microphone a little away because it was so crazy. They'd be like, the best department stores on the beach. Everything is $9.99 or less. Everything. Like my face would be red. I run out of air. I'd be in the
Oh,
press
jaw would
room
hurt.
screaming. I'd be like, beach chairs, t-shirts, and more. I'd be like screaming $9.99 or less. And because everything was $9.99 or less, I'd be like, look for the giant white whale from Moby Dicks and the giant shark at Jaws. And I literally had to do it like 4 or 5 times because the salesperson would take it and they'd be like, it doesn't sound excited enough. Because the first one I did, I'm sure I was like, everything is $9.99 or less. You can get everything. And I would be so excited. And they were like, no, it needs more excitement. And so then I started getting pissed a little bit. And I just went wilder and wilder. And finally, I just was like, this is stupid. And they were like, that's the one.
That's it. That's it.
They ran it for like so long. Years, I feel like they ran that Moby Dicks and Jaws. But it was a beach department store where they had like cheap ass t-shirts or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's my story about that.
I was just looking for, because I used to do commercials, because like now I just do things that I endorse, because
I'm do endorsements now.
Right.
Really.
I don't do commercials, but I used to do, remember my Splash Bar commercials?
Yes,
where it was,
you put a lot of energy into those. Though.
I did. Like, I loved creating just the soundscape of the commercials. And so I just found one. I don't even know like how it sounds or what it is.
Please, I'm excited.
Let's see here. Wait, hold
on. Yes. Oh, I'm ready.
Not an air horn or whatever that is. An air raid siren in the background.
So this was a gay club on Panama City Beach, Splash Bar, which I will say to this day, I'm still very proud of the work we did. Bringing a gay bar in Panama City Beach, Redneck Riviera, and having me on the radio. Now, this is 2009.
Yeah.
2010, having a gay bar on the radio advertising, like that had never happened before. So we did do a lot of good work, but keep in mind, this was from back then. So here's me talking about drink and drown at the Splash Bar.
I would like to make an announcement. You need a break. It's Thursday, and girl, you need a drink. Splash Bar Florida presents Drink and Drown. Every Thursday night, Splash Bar has the hottest DJs on the beach and the strongest drinks. How much does this party cost, you ask? $10. $10 for all you can drink. That's all the well drinks and draft beer you care to drink from 9 until 1 a.m. We didn't just stop there. Expect big discounts on everything else. All the drinks you want for just $10. Vodka Cran, Long Island, Jack and Coke, anything you can think of. $10. Get the group text going and make plans for Drink or Drown at the Splash Bar. Need more on another Instagram-worthy night? Hit up splashbarflorida.com.
By the way,
Yes.
that sounds horrifically unsafe. How are we advertising? Just drink all you possibly can for $10. That doesn't sound dangerous at all. Just get absolutely. We want to peel you off the floor.
Pretty much. I mean, that's exactly what that.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh.
That was a time.
That was.
I love my pictures from when we had events at the Splash Bar.
Oh my God. Actually, I think some just popped up too on my memories of us there, like way back in the day. And I'm like, God,
There
that
was a pink
just
party. Me and Mandy were at the pink party having like little pink cookies because none of the gays were going to eat anything.
No, not at the club.
No. So
That was the time. Oh, the Splash Bar.
I really wish I still had Moby Dicks or Jaws. I have to look through my email.
I'm about to say I'll have to go through some old stuff.
Anyway, yes.
Would you rather? Would you rather? Would you rather? Would you rather? E-E-R-E-O. Thank you, Kelbin.
You're welcome.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm a little on my phone. Now that I set up the Ring camera in my apartment, I put in a work order for a fridge. So, like, not a fridge, but I was just like, oh, I don't think it's cold. I'm getting a brand new fridge, apparently.
Oh.
Nobody told me anything, so I'm just watching them.
Oh.
Anyways.
Man, I'm jealous.
Welcome.
Man, we've been complaining about some appliances in our apartment for a while now, and they said, well, sorry about you. That's all we can do.
Dishwasher.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Was it your dishwasher?
Would you rather wear winter clothes all summer or summer clothes all winter?
Oh, well, this is easy for me.
Would you rather wear winter clothes all summer or summer clothes all winter?
I think I would rather wear winter clothes all summer. I would just deal with it. Because I live in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to heat. We are obviously a bunch of bitches down here. It can get like, I think it's 76 outside today. And I'm like, ooh, it's a little nippy. Like if I had to wear shorts and a tank top out when it gets down to the winter degrees,
No.
I would be shivering and very uncomfortable.
No, I agree.
I would do summer clothes all winter. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you would?
Yeah, because I like having my thighs out. I like having my hoochie daddy shorts out.
What happens when you get cold?
A hoe never gets cold.
Thank you.
I know that's right.
That part. A hoe never gets cold, honey. I be out here in these streets with these delicious thighs out.
Okay.
Nice and buttermilk marinated.
Yeah.
No, I think winter clothes all summer. When I would get made fun of sometimes because I would wear my hoodies with shorts at work, but I don't care if it was like 80, 90 degrees. Like I kind of used to wear it to cover up a little bit. So that I feel like I would do winter clothes all summer.
And then Zinda said, can you take off or put on? I feel like if you're gonna have like a heat stroke or something, depending upon like, yeah, you don't want you to die. But yeah, no, let me get my thighs out. Here's the next one.
Okay.
Would you rather wear wet socks for a year or have a year-long cold? Both of those.
I would take the year-long cold. I don't want wet feet. I don't want it. Plus, that could make you have a cold, right? No, it really couldn't, but is it a bad cold or is it one of those things where you're like, I have a cold? Like,
no.
Is it a bad cold?
I can't. I have to breathe. I have to breathe.
I get that nose spray.
Like,
that's
think
bad
about
for you, actually.
Yeah.
After a while, it's bad for you.
By the way, quick side tangent. My fiance was addicted to the nose spray. And
What?
literally
Yeah.
just this week, I was like, I saw a TikTok about how bad it was. And because I knew, but I was like, it can't be the worst thing. Some man needed like surgery or something. I was like, you got to stop. You're addicted to the nose spray. And he finally, after me jokingly saying it for years, y'all, he finally has switched and switched to like a saline. And he's in the first week of like going cold turkey with no nose spray. I'm talking like for 5 years, this man has used like nose spray. The nose spray, like the Afrin or like that one that constricts at least once a day, sometimes twice or 3 times a day.
Wow.
Yeah. My sister-in-law, who's a pharmacist, told me when I was going through like right before St. Pete, I was like, I need to breathe this weekend. I'm going to have fun and I need to breathe. And she was like, look, you can take this. I think it was Afrin. And she's like, be careful though. You can't be addicted. I was like, how am I going to be addicted to a spray?
Right.
Thankfully I wasn't, but it is a thing.
It's a thing because you get so used to your nose being so
like clear.
wide and open. And then when you get even a little bit of discomfort, you're like, oh, just spray it again real quick. And then years later, here you are needing this. Like he would always need the nose spray. Where's the nose spray? Nose spray, nose spray, nose spray. I'm like, it's too much now. You got to just go without. And it can take up to 3 weeks for your body to regulate itself so that you can get back to normal breathing. Because it's like once like your nose has to assimilate back to like your that's unnatural that you should be that wide open in the nasal cavity.
Right.
But then also in your mind, you're like, I can't breathe. I need something.
I've never even used a nasal spray. Wait, no, I take that back. I did once. Remember on the radio, Holly, in Panama City? I did it on the radio once because I was scared.
I forgot about it.
I had never done it before, and I was like, my doctor said I need to do it, but I'm afraid.
You were afraid to use the nose spray, and you're like, oh!
I know. I was. Hey, listen, that was highbrow entertainment. What are you talking about? Me doing a nose spray on the air one time? Yeah. Like I've always wanted to do a neti pot, but I don't know why. Like that just it just freaks me out for some reason.
It's so weird. It's the weirdest sensation.
It did not work for me, and I feel like I almost choked to death. Like it doesn't work in all situations. It simply doesn't. If you're too blocked up, there's nowhere for it to go, really.
Oh, so the nose has just come back out?
Yeah, I had to just finally lean back the other way and let it come out that same side I was trying to put it in. Because in theory, it goes in the one nostril, goes in your sinuses, and comes out the other side. And I was pregnant, so I couldn't use anything. Like, I was so congested. I had the worst cold, and I was like, I can't take anything, so I'll try the neti pot. I'm over the sink. And I'm just choking on water because it won't go through the other side. And I'm like, you know what? F this. I'll just suffer with my mouth open.
Oh, my gosh.
I will never try the neti pot again. I understand it works for people. I understand, but not me.
It worked for me once, but I was in college. And then I tried it again when I was in St. Pete. And it was not working for me.
Yeah.
I mean, when you did work for you that one time, like, did it feel good?
Yes.
Because, like, I can see how it would be, like, nice to just have that pressure relieved, but just the process of it, just feels, like, icky to me.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it felt good, but it was good to breathe right after. Like, this was one of the worst congestion spells that I was under. It was so bad. And then it wasn't a neti potty. I think it was one of those, like, spray in, I don't know what they call them. But you just spray, you press a button, and it just goes straight through you and goes right out the other way.
Oh dear God.
It's wild.
So I have a story. It's not my story, but a friend of mine's story. Like this is like borderline like nasty, but like it happened to her, and it's a true story. And I'm not trying to be gross, but she discovered the hard way that like I don't even know how to tell the story. I'm just thinking of
give it.
What is my brain cannot imagine what is so crazy right now. What are we even talking about? Like a neti pot?
No, she was in college and was downtown shopping for the very first time with one of her first boyfriends.
Downtown shopping. Okay.
She was downtown shopping.
Oh, okay.
Oh God. Oh no.
Can you hear like the correlation of like we just talked about stuff coming out of the nose?
Shh. I don't want to say it out loud.
This was
But
her first time
This is John
doing this
Ivy.
to a guy.
No, this is in my head. John
And it
Ivy is like,
Yeah.
don't be
Came out-
nasty.
And
Right.
it came out.
Yeah.
Came out. Don't be nasty.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not being like, I'm just, she told me this story and like, because this was her first time ever doing that with the guy before. And so she didn't know like what the climax was going to be like for her. And he was, newly sexually active and didn't know. And so it was just a catastrophe. And so she didn't do that for years after
Can
the
you
fact.
blame her?
Right. She was just like, it was so
Harrowing.
gross. Yes. Like, can you imagine, like, that's your first time in college and like you're trying to be like, she was like good in high school and everything. And she was like her first boyfriend in college. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna be sexy. Let's do this. And then it was like,
Oh God, no. We got to move on. I'm thinking about it too much now.
God bless her.
so anyway, as you were talking about, like, that's
Mm-mm.
when I had first learned about, All right, here's another would you rather. Would you rather have $50,000 sent straight to your bank account or have $500,000 pennies dropped at your doorstep?
Million.
So would you have $50K sent straight to your bank account or have $500,000 in pennies dropped at your doorstep? So obviously.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ollie.
I will choose the $500,000
Yes.
because I am nothing if not frustrated by, but willing to do hard work.
Right.
I will sit here and bitch about every single penny I pick up, but I will pick up every penny. Sorry.
You've been using that word a lot
I
today.
know.
Holly.
What's wrong with me?
Holly almost said a word that she doesn't normally say, but today she's gotten the Holly special.
Yeah. sorry.
Yeah, absolutely $500,000. Like that would be the most annoying thing. And like that's what, a big old truck maybe, or
It would
a
be-
semi truck or something maybe.
I don't know. My only concern would be thieves, like people getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to figure that out somehow. But
That's a
I'm
shit ton of
assuming
pennies.
it means you have to do something with them.
Like, can you take them to the bank? It's money.
Yes.
Or do
Walmart.
you have to go to Coinstar or Publix and just keep going in and
I
out?
don't know. Coinstar's going to take a percentage, and I don't want them taking a percentage of my $500,000.
True. How much do they take I'm curious, because they do
I
have
don't
to
know.
make money.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be interested.
Do you?
Like, I would just do it. It would be one of those things. Because listen, I can do hard things. I have done hard things. I am no stranger to going through hard times.
Right.
And annoying things and frustrating things and things that might try your patience until your wits end, and you just got to do it. Just do it.
No, ma'am. Coinstar generally charges a service fee of up to 12.5% of the value of the coins you're exchanging,
See?
plus a transaction fee of 50 cents.
Okay, get out of here.
I don't
Nope.
even want you to take my 50 cents. You didn't do no work. I did
No.
all the work with $500,000 in pennies.
I'm not paying an AI robot to give me my money. I
No,
will
ma'am.
just bag them up. I'll sack them up and I will drop them off at my nearest branch of my bank. It is a lot of work, but you're going to do it.
But think about the rewards you would have. You could finally get that house that you've been saving for and wanting, Kelbin. But would you just say, no, I'll just take $50,000?
Some people are very drawn by the convenience of the 50,000.
I'm sure it would take like what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get it really converted.
I mean, I think if you take it to a bank, I mean, you might have to give, well, no. I mean, the bank would probably be mad.
Right.
They'd be like,
yeah, like it's a really bad day.
Yeah. But like, that's the thing. Like, is the bank going to trust that I counted it correctly?
oh, then they got to put it in their Coinstar.
Well, I'm not paying for their Coinstar. They can do their Coinstar on their dime. Not doing it.
$500,000 pennies is only $5,000.
No. It's not $500,000 pennies. It's $500,000 in pennies.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm.
Yeah.
Anybody going to do that? Anybody going to drop $500,000 off of my house?
I wish they would.
I would greatly appreciate it. I mean, but in today's world, that ain't going to get you very far.
Facts. Get a little townhome.
I'm about to say
Get your little townhome.
you'll still
with
be
2
in
bedrooms.
debt. Yes. Still, you can't pay for. Isn't that crazy now? Like a $500,000 house when we were growing up, like you were basically a
You were-
multimillionaire. Like
Was
you
it?
were rich.
Yeah.
In a mansion.
Yes.
Like a mansion house.
Like when
And
my grandmother bought her house she lived in, it was like $85,000.
I know. Same with like my mom. My mom and my stepdad built a home when I was in 7th grade. And I think total it was around that same amount of money to build a house, a new house. And that's ridiculous. You get so much less for what you're paying for now.
Mm-mm.
Welcome to the future, y'all.
Mhm.
All right,
Love
producer
this.
Kelbin, how can people find you on social media?
At Kelbin Live, TikTok, Twitter, X, Instagram. I still haven't made it to 5,000.
I forgot to share your profile.
It's fine. No, it's fine.
Share it now.
But that's pretty much it. Yeah. I mean, you could add me on PlayStation. I'm not really playing Call of Duty these days, but I just might soon. Modern Warfare is coming out. So if anybody wants to play zombies, Bussy Killer. The only thing that's missing is you in the PlayStation.
It's like the
screen name.
worst. It's like a combination of a gay joke and a dad joke. A gay dad joke.
I love that actually.
Yeah. there you
Holly,
go.
what's all your social media?
Radio Holly, TikTok, X, Instagram. That's about it.
Mine
Threads.
is
Threads. Don't forget about Threads.
mine is Miguel Fuller. You can find me everywhere on all the social media networks, and we will see you all on